first part of the school day is done. Normally I would be having small groups at this time, but the teacher doesn't need me because it's the first week of school, so it's kind of nice. I do have to reset all the computers because whatever homepage they had before doesn't work anymore. So I'm going to work on that. And then also seeing if I can get some cards printed with the kids' login information. Just got this table set up. It's going to be where the little fridge and my warmer live. And then it's here right next to Pepper's little bed. I'm back from lunch and headed to cafeteria and recess duty. The day is done, and I'm not done with the student login cards, but that's definitely more than a 1 hour at the end of the day project. I am officially about to head out the door. I would say today's been a pretty good day, honestly. The kids came in with less knowledge than I thought, so I'll have to readjust some lesson plans, but that's not the worst thing in the world, so I'm excited for day 2. Also, here's an updated look at the room. Obviously not a bunch changed. You can see kind of in the border that changed, and then I have some posters over there, as well as some posters here. And then my little spot behind the desk is part of what changed the most. Making a quick stop at Target to pick up some stuff for my in-laws, and then headed to get the baby. I'm a sucker for the school supply section, but looks like the backpacks are pretty popular. Successfully picked up the baby. Now we're stopping for the weekly crumble cookies pickup, and then we will get on our way home. The cookies have been collected, and Pepper is ready to go home. Back home, you can probably hear that it's bath time, as well as put stuff away and get ready for tomorrow time. Also, if you didn't get the chance to see full body, which I don't think I did in this vlog, I just wore this kind of plain black jumpsuit to first day of school today. Yeah, but technically I did have my hair in a headband too, as well as some brown fake Birkenstocks and not the real Birkenstocks. Day 2 of back to school. Not bad this morning, except for one class. Didn't really get through anything because we had a lot of login issues, but it's not the worst thing that could happen. It's time for lunch, which is a sandwich and crumble cookies from yesterday, as well as some of their fruit, because sandwich and cookie is not healthy. School's over. Well, not school's over. School's over for me, technically, because I have a prep as the last period of the day for this rotation. And I think I'm going to need to do something different for first grade, because they can't really log in on their own, at least not yet, and that means I can't teach them how to find any of their activities, so we will have to figure that out. Just got home with the little dude and changed into some comfier clothes. I tried to switch him back to his room for a little bit of extra nap ski since he fell asleep in the car, but that didn't work, so I'm gonna go get him up. We also have our Home Chef box for the week. I like to order Home Chef because it works for our budget, and we would really eat the same things over and over again otherwise. And it would also be things like pasta that are not the most healthy. Carbs are not bad, but there's no vegetables that we would normally cook if we don't have meals like that. Plus, I know people say don't get the meal kits, you can buy everything in bulk and just prepare it anyway, but the problem with my family, at least, buying vegetables and everything in bulk, half of them go bad before we use them anyway, so we just end up wasting money in the long run. Day 3 of the first week of school. Got my trusty peanut butter and jelly, and it's lunchtime. I'm spending my lunch break checking on all of our computers because some of them are running really slow, and I want to see if it's fixable or if it's just because they're old, and if I need to start looking into computer grants for elementary schools. Which honestly is what we're going to be doing because I don't think everything that's wrong with these computers can be fixed. I heard, and I don't know this for sure, that they were originally donated by someone whose husband worked in technology or something, and they were probably old computers from the original source, so they were not brand new when they first got them anyway. I definitely appreciate having them because obviously having anything is better than nothing, but the kids cannot actually use them for assignments right now, so we gotta figure out a way around that. I can already feel that slight soreness in the back of my throat. That means I'm probably about to get sick. So let's see if I can take some vitamins and or have some tea tonight to figure out how to avoid that. I live in Arizona, so masks are not mandated, but I wear them around students when they're in the room or when I go out to lunch or stuff like that, which lunch is actually pretty soon, so I'm not going to get through all these computers. Oh well. Anyway, I obviously would prefer not to have COVID because I've been vaccinated, but with the variant, you never know. So we will see how this goes. The day is at its end. My prep is here. I did test all the rest of the computers, and it's definitely Firefox that's having a problem, but I also tested it on Chrome as a different browser. Not great. I only have about half the computers working, so we might be doing some either offline or partner work on computers. So we shall see how that goes, since it still takes them a while to log in. I'm sure they'll get used to it, like, as days come. The downside, though, with logging in and everything is that I only have students for a week, and then they're off for 4 weeks from my special because of how the rotation works. So we'll see how everything goes. School's done. Gotta drop off an Amazon return. Then I'm headed home to do some chores and stuff. Just got home. It's time for a little snack of pork bao buns and some microwaved pot stickers. Honestly, the best way to cook the pot stickers is actually, in a pan, but I don't have the motivation to actually go through that process right now. So 5 minutes in the microwave it is. Did some relaxing. Now I'm going to go ahead and laminate some student information cards. Honestly, this personal laminator has been one of the best purchases I have made. I've had it for a couple years now. I got it when I was a summer school teacher. 3 years ago now, I think. And there's a reason why a lot of teachers put it on their best purchases list. It's super convenient to have at home, because especially my school only does laminating 1 day a week, and this laminator, it's just like the regular Scotch brand, has thicker material or laminate or whatever it's called. So it kind of does better for decorations and stuff like that. If you want to laminate like papers and stuff for kids to use, the one that we have at school is fine. But I like that I can do it if I have some time after school, like right now, or if I need last minute something to laminate. It's right there. Working on some master's homework. The puppy is chilling over here on the end of the bed. Got my 2 DQs for this week done. I still have to write an essay. It's only 500, 700 words though, and I've always been a good writer, so that's not going to be too hard. This week's topics are on due process of suspension, which is kind of interesting. Before I get started on my essay, though, I have to get the student handbook for my school so I can look up their policies. So that's why I didn't actually do the essay right now, and I am kind of motivated, but not that motivated. I have realized, though, this might seem silly, but I actually enjoy reading about and learning about the stuff that I'm doing in these classes. And I suppose that's a good thing, because sometimes you get a degree and you want to be in the field more than you want to study, and that can make it hard to get through the coursework. But I think I have a combination of both, where I do enjoy studying and doing PD and improving myself, but I also like being in the field. So I think this master's degree thing, fingers crossed that it keeps up this way, is going to go well. It's just a matter of finding the time in my super busy schedule to complete all the work. Good morning, friends. I'm here slightly early today because Baby J stayed overnight at my in-laws' house, so I just got up at the time I would normally take him and headed straight to school instead. This morning with my extra time, I'm working on these little hand markers, and I have velcro, although technically I think this is called hook and loop because it's not the actual velcro brand. But I'm putting one side, the hook side, onto the little hands, and then the loop side I'm putting on the computer. So that way, instead of holding their hand up forever, because I have a lot of friends that need help, especially here at the beginning with logging in, they can just stick up their little hand thing on the top of the monitor, so then I could see who needs help. Just got back from my lunch and lunch duty, so now I'm going to have my last class of the day, which is first graders. The day is over, almost. I have about 20 minutes until it's time to clock out, so I'm finishing up a few things that I need to do here instead of being able to do all my free time at home. But the little hands worked absolutely beautiful, and I will link the person that I got that idea from. It's a teacher on TPT, and I don't remember what her name is, but I will link that down below. Greatest thing ever, because then I don't have to worry about like these kids having their hand up forever and getting tired and like getting mad that I didn't get to them. So I only implemented it with first grade today because I didn't finally get them all attached to the computers until after that. But I'm probably going to tell my 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders about it tomorrow morning. And then next week starts a new round, so I'll be able to implement it right at the beginning. There's a bunch of things that I didn't quite think about, like, starting on Monday that came up throughout the week. So I'm kind of glad that I get the chance to, like, restart with a new group of kids. And hopefully I can get the beginning procedures ironed out a little bit more. Stopping by Dollar Tree on my way home. They have fall stuff out already. Halloween and Thanksgiving is upon us. I've been meaning to read this series, but I also don't have the first 2 books. I'll have to locate those. Also stopping by Ross because it's right next to my Dollar Tree. I made it out of the Dollar Tree and Ross. Picked up a little welcome mat thing. And I also got a shirt for me and a book for Baby Dude. So I actually originally came in here to look for things to stick my login cards in, but I think I actually might have something at home that'll work. So we'll see how that goes. I'll test it out tomorrow. I've made it to the comfy close of the day, and we're now working on bath time. I did not vlog at all this morning or afternoon really, because now it's like 2 o'clock and I'm almost ready to leave. But today was not bad. I'm looking forward to next week because I have a new round of kids and I can hopefully get everything solidified and like set expectations from the beginning rather than from day 2 or 3, because now I have kind of the strategies more solidified and ready to use, which is good. I think I mentioned it yesterday, the hands are literally like the greatest invention that I've ever heard of. So A+ on whoever invented that strategy. My school partners with Kona Ice, and they came out. Teachers get free ice during the year on, I think it's First Fridays or whatever. I don't know. But it's definitely almost melted. I mean, not almost. It is pretty much melted with slight chunks of ice left. Pepper also had her own ice, but as you can see, that also melted. For now, I'm working on my expectations presentation, and I'm using this Prezi service. I used it, I think, in high school or maybe college. I'm not sure. But it's kind of fun because you can use like a lot more motion and interesting movements. Let's see if I can present it so that you guys can see. So you see it's got like little post-it notes. Oh, let me go back to the beginning because I was like editing the end of it. There we go. Okay, so it's got little post-it notes there, and then it goes back, get another post-it note. Yay, that's exciting. So that's the last thing that I have to do today, and then I'm headed out to pick the baby back up. Presentation is done, everything's cleaned up, and I'm leaving for the weekend. We've made it home and everyone is fine dining. Pepper's got her food over here. Baby's eating some peanut butter pretzels and some goldfish.